Today, we're embarking on a journey through the looking glass, exploring the profound and perplexing world of UFOs. Our guide on this cosmic odyssey is the seminal work by Jim Marrs, Alien Agenda, investigating the extraterrestrial presence among us. So, buckle up, because we're about to explore the skies and beyond. Let's start with a bold statement. UFOs are real. Despite the naysayers and skeptics, the overwhelming evidence collected over the past 50 years points to the existence of unidentified flying objects that defy our current technological capabilities. These aren't just figments of imagination or misidentified natural phenomena. They're tangible, they're real, and they're here. Think about it. How many of us know someone who's had a UFO encounter? Or perhaps you've had one yourself. The stories are everywhere, from migrant workers to former presidents. UFOs have permeated our culture, appearing in books, movies, and even on our t-shirts. Yet, despite this ubiquity, there's a reluctance to acknowledge their existence, a mindset that's deeply ingrained in our society. This brings us to the crux of the issue: mindset. From the moment we're born, we're conditioned by our experiences, our education, and our media. We're taught to accept certain realities and dismiss others. For many, the idea of UFOs is too unsettling, too disruptive to their worldview. It's easier to bury our heads in the sand, to trust the comforting words of authority figures who assure us that everything is okay. But what if they're wrong? What if the very institutions we rely on for truth are the ones perpetuating the deception? Consider the track record of government transparency. From the Bay of Pigs to Watergate, from the Gulf of Tonkin to the Iraq War, history is littered with examples of official deception. Is it so far-fetched to believe that the UFO phenomenon might be another such instance? Take, for example, the Great Airship Mystery of 1896 to 97. Back then, people reported seeing cigar-shaped objects in the sky, much like the UFOs of today. The descriptions were eerily similar: metallic, silver, with small humanoid occupants. Yet, despite the widespread sightings, the official explanation was that it was all a hoax. But was it? The evidence suggests otherwise. Consider the Aurora, Texas crash of 1897. Witnesses reported a crash, debris, and even a small, non-human body. The local newspaper reported it as fact. But when researchers tried to exhume the grave of the supposed pilot, they were met with resistance and ultimately the mysterious disappearance of the headstone and the metal in the grave. Coincidence or cover-up? Fast forward to the 1940s, and the UFO phenomenon takes on a new dimension. During World War II, Allied pilots reported encountering strange, glowing orbs they dubbed Foo Fighters. These objects seemed to have a mind of their own, following the planes with an intelligence that defied explanation. Then in 1947, Kenneth Arnold's sighting near Mount Rainier ignited the modern UFO era. His description of saucer-like objects moving at incredible speeds captured the public's imagination and set off a wave of sightings across the United States. The term flying saucer was born, and with it a new chapter in the UFO saga. No discussion of UFOs would be complete without mentioning the Roswell incident. In July 1947, an object crashed on a ranch near Roswell, New Mexico. The initial military report stated that a flying disc had been recovered, but within hours, the story changed. The military claimed it was merely a weather balloon. Decades later, witnesses came forward, claiming that the debris was extraterrestrial and that alien bodies had been recovered. The Roswell incident remains one of the most controversial and debated cases in UFO history. The evidence is compelling, yet the official explanation is that it was all a misunderstanding. But is it? The testimonies of witnesses, the inconsistencies in the official story, and the subsequent government secrecy all point to something more. The U.S. government's response to UFOs has been one of denial and obfuscation. From Project Sign to Project Blue Book, The official stance has been to downplay and discredit UFO sightings. Yet behind the scenes, there's evidence of a different story. Documents like the MJ-12 papers suggest that the government has been aware of and actively investigating UFOs for decades. The CIA's involvement in the Robertson panel, the suppression of UFO reports, and the use of disinformation campaigns all point to a concerted effort to keep the public in the dark. Why? What is it that the government doesn't want us to know? So, if UFOs are real, what do the aliens want? The answers are as varied as the theories themselves. Some believe they're here to study us, to understand our biology and culture. Others think they're here to help, to guide us toward a higher state of consciousness. Still, others fear they're here to exploit, to use us as a resource or a pawn in some interstellar conflict. The truth is, we don't know. But the evidence suggests that the alien agenda is complex and multifaceted. It involves not just flying saucers and little green men, but also a deeper, more profound interaction with humanity. The human experience with UFOs is as diverse as the phenomenon itself. From the awe-inspiring to the terrifying, encounters with the unknown have left an indelible mark on those who've experienced them. Abductions, contact experiences, and sightings have been reported by people from all walks of life, from farmers to astronauts. These experiences often defy explanation, challenging our understanding of reality and our place in the universe. They force us to confront the possibility that we're not alone, that there are forces and intelligences beyond our comprehension. One of the most intriguing aspects of the UFO phenomenon is the use of remote viewing by the U.S. military and intelligence agencies. Remote viewers claim to be able to perceive objects and events at a distance using psychic abilities. Their reports often describe encounters with alien beings and craft, suggesting a level of interaction that goes beyond mere sightings. The CIA's Project Stargate and the Army's Grill Flame program are just a few examples of the government's interest in this phenomenon. While the official stance is that remote viewing is unreliable, the fact that it was studied and used for decades suggests otherwise. As we continue to explore the UFO enigma, it's crucial that we approach the subject with an open mind. The evidence is compelling, the implications profound. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, the UFO phenomenon challenges us to rethink our assumptions about reality and our place in the cosmos. In the words of Jim Marrs, the question is not whether we're alone in the universe, but whether we're ready to accept the truth. As we stand on the brink of a new era of discovery, let us strive to be open to the possibilities, to seek the truth wherever it may lead. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the UFO enigma. Until next time, keep looking up and questioning the world around you.
This has been a BrightLearn video from BrightLearn.ai on the book Alien Agenda, Investigating the Extraterrestrial Presence Among Us by Jim Marrs. Visit BrightLearn.ai for more fascinating videos like this one, and visit naturalnews.com for full editorial coverage and breaking news on critical stories that keep you informed and aware of what's really going on.